Hey, what's up, fellas? Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Is anyone gonna come on today? Let's see. This is a Friday evening session of Midnight Motivation at 9:45 p.m. Pacific. So that's the whole name of my TV show. My Facebook Live TV show called Midnight Motivation at 9:45 p.m. Pacific. Catch all of that. What's up, Vinit? How you doing? I hope I said your name the right way. Love and abundance to you, man. Thank you for joining in. And today, what I'm going to talk about is should men cry? Hey, Steven. Love and abundance to you. Thank you guys for tuning in. So again, I was introducing my TV show, Facebook Live show called Midnight Motivation at 9:45 p.m. Pacific. Why midnight? Because it's got to be midnight somewhere, right? At some point. So, midnight motivation. Essentially, what I want to talk about is just really want to talk to the youth, give you guys motivation, give you guys inspiration, give you guys, heart-centered talk around, having these conversations, having the deeper conversations, getting to know yourself better, understanding yourself better. And usually what I do is I have this book of notes that I take. Anytime I'm reading something, I write down in that book. So it's got a lot of deep quotes. What I want to do is, for this midnight motivation at 9:45 p.m. Pacific, open that book, read something out of that, and talk about it. What I want to talk about, the format is essentially, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to introduce the topic. What is it that I'm talking about? Why is this important? Why should you care? Why should all of us care? And what can we do about it? If there's a problem, what's the solution? What are 3 things you could do to, XYZ? So that's the whole point of this show. It's 10 to 15 minutes from 9:45 p.m. Pacific, California time, that is, 9:45 p.m. till 10 p.m. Just want to really just talk for a couple minutes, really keep it short, and no matter where you are, hopefully you guys are checking in. Hey Manan, hey Sekil, what's up guys? How are you guys doing? Love and abundance. Thank you guys for tuning in. So today's topic is, should men cry? Interesting, we got all men over here. That's really cool. I'm so glad you guys joined. This is like a, kind of like a session where we're gonna just open up and talk to each other. Like an awakened circle type session. So how did this topic come up? I was talking with a female friend earlier today, and I mentioned an incident that happened a couple of days ago, how my wife read something in one of my books that I wrote, one of my diaries. She read a little bit something that I wrote in, and it was about crying. And she was surprised when she found out that I cried. Right, and this was probably when she was at work and I was doing my own thing, driving in the car or something, and I just letting go, releasing some emotions that came up at that point, and that's all it was. And she was concerned, and I asked her later what was why was, what was her, why did she have that reaction? And she said it's because she felt sad that, that I cried, and she was just sad. And I was like, I understand, but I explained to her the real reason of why I cried, and it was just releasing that emotions in that moment. I just had to let it go, and that was the best way to let it go, and that's what I did. So that's why this is important, is letting go of things, right? And by the way, when I told my friend this incident, she mentioned that, hey, this would be a good talk because it's interesting that you said that you cry, because not a lot of men cry, and they can't admit it either. Or they just don't want to because of the macho man mentality. And I said, that's interesting. But yeah, I do cry. Just the other, what was in the notes, that was like from a week ago. Really, just yesterday we were watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a show on Netflix, and there was a scene where coworkers helped out each other in a really tough situation. And it was really touching. and that broke a tear in me too. So no, I cry for anything and everything. I just let it feel. If it has to come out, it comes out as a tear, and there's no harm in that. And it's actually the new strong. I think the new definition of strength is, and vulnerability is, being able to feel your emotions. And if that's crying in the moment, then hey, that's how you got to do it. So that's why I'm talking about this topic. I think it's important to let everyone know, men out there especially, that hey, if you guys have to, crying is an option. Just do it. So I want to ask you guys, let me know if you guys cry, if do you guys do that on a not daily basis, but you guys do that at all? When was the last time you cried? I mean, for me, I would say yesterday I teared up when I was watching that episode, and that happens anytime I watch some sort of TV where there's some sort of, a lot of affection of love or sacrifice, where one person sacrifices for the benefit of another, or that's lots of affection. Then I feel it, and yeah, a little bit. My eyes get teary, watery a little bit. So that happens quite a bit. But when was the last time that you guys cried? I think that would be interesting to find out. Hey, everyone that just joined in, thank you guys for tuning in. This is just a really quick recap. This is Midnight Motivation at 9:45 p.m. Pacific. That's the name of my Facebook Live TV show. And this is episode 2, Should Men Cry? And I think, yes, men should definitely cry if that's the need of the hour, of the minute, of the moment. Crying is a sort of a release of letting go of your emotions. It's like, I read this quote online saying that, it's I think a Jewish proverb, that what soap is for the body, crying is for the soul. Tears are for the soul. What soap is for the body, tears are for the soul. So it's really cleansing us and just letting go of things that are blocking inside of us, energies that are blocking inside of us. When you cry, it's immediate release. You're instantly releasing your emotions that you felt in that moment. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. Do you guys cry? Abhinav, how you doing? Love and abundance. Do you guys cry? Everyone that just joined in. I think it's extremely important that we let out our tears, that we let out our emotions through, and we express it. That's a form of expression. You got to show it. So what can you do about it is you got to start, find something that hits a tone within you. Like, it could be music, it could be jazz, it could be any kind of music, any piano. See, all men cry, and it's a good thing. There you go. He's on the program. He knows what we're talking about. That it could be anything. Listen to something that makes you feel deep within you. That makes you go deep within you. Watch a movie, something that's heartfelt. There are lots of those movies that you could pick up. I know in Bollywood there are lots of those, the ones that make you cry, and those movies are there too, so you could watch those. But there are lots of different ways that could get you into your heart space. You could meditate. You can meditate and start feeling your heart. Start feeling your heart chakra. If you can't feel your emotions, that's partly your heart chakra is blocked. And so start, when you're breathing, when you're meditating, focus your energy over here to open it up. And this is to forgive. This is, letting go of a lot of the emotions that are blocking inside of you. So, yes, please, I'm begging you to cry. I think it's a really good thing. You guys, have to let go of these emotions as they come up. I know sometimes it's hard, and we put up a front. We don't want to see others see us cry, and sometimes we have to. And I'm not saying do it in front of everyone if the need calls for it. if it's called for. But at some point, you gotta let it go. If it's by yourself, it's by yourself. Just do it, and you'll start feeling a lot better. If you don't, you're holding on to things, and you're holding on to these emotions that you don't no longer need to hold on to. So right now, I'm going through a cleansing period where I'm going through some old memories, and if they're affecting my energy in any way, I'm letting it go. And so every time, that's why I let it just release instantly to the tears. It's like 5 seconds, really, 10 seconds. I cry and let go. Sometimes it's longer, if the need calls for it. But a lot of the times, it's just these quick releases, and that's the period that I'm going through in my life. There's a lot of transformation going on for me. There's a lot of stepping up, a lot of putting myself out there, visibility. So these are the challenges that I'm facing right now, and sometimes things get hard, and you just have to let go. So yeah, I definitely cry. I think it's a really powerful, and it's there are different forms of tears, right? There's emotional tears, there's tears of joy, which I feel a lot as well, especially in those movies when there's a lot of affection, a lot of emotion. I feel joy when there's when there's love being shared between individuals, sacrifices being made. Yeah, and so in my life right now, it's me just purging, and one of the forms of purging is tears. Just like when you go to the bathroom in the morning, you're purging. Tears is another form of it. That's for your emotions, for your body. You gotta purge. And so please, if you guys don't already do it, find ways to get into your heart space. There are different techniques that work for different people, so I can't really suggest one thing that works for all. But I know music does it for a lot of people, especially classical music, right? Piano, or I think those are the certain things. Tabla, a lot of the times you can get into the rhythm and the trance. So yeah, find different ways for you to access your emotions, and all aspects of your life will be much stronger for it. Even the people around you will notice the difference. You're not holding on to things anymore. You're not, you're letting go as much as possible right here, right now, in the moment. So that's all I wanted to say. That's my 10 minutes, 15 minutes are almost up. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I'll be here tomorrow talking about a different topic, whatever shows up in my notebook. But today's topic was, should men cry? And yes, we should cry. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, my name is Dr. Varun Gandhi. You can check me out on drvarungandhi.com, or actually gandhi.blog. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out on my social media. I am, available. Just message me, and I'll be gladly here to help you guys out in any way possible. I am here of service. So thank you guys for tuning in. Love and abundance. And if you're in the Pacific, then good night. Hope you guys have a good rest. And if you're in the eastern side of the world, then good morning. Thank you guys.